I did right. I did right by my 18-year-old self. Like, I went through a bunch of shit, made my way up through the JUCO ranks and everything. The fact that, like, the horrific injury I had in high school, fighting my way through painkillers and shit, trying to learn how to walk again, being in a cast for like 9.5, 10 months, dealing with all the shit I dealt with towards the end of high school, still graduating, getting to this point, knowing that I was always going to get a degree, keeping a promise that I made to my grandfather on his deathbed at 4 years old, and finally having that degree in my hand, it just made the journey worth it. So now I'm just figuring shit out going forward. But yeah, that's it for me. Can't wait for that touchdowns and tailgate event coming up. USC, UCLA, November. UCLA's trash, but somehow they're still probably going to either score a lot of points in this game or lose really close because Clay Helton needs to be fired. Free Reggie Bush. Fuck the NCAA. Shout out to that California Pay for Play Act. Because all in California, if you didn't know, now you can essentially, in 2023, athletes in California will be able to make money off their names, their likeness, get endorsements, and one of their scholarships yanked or be in violation or anything like that. And they really should just call it the Reggie Bush rule. Shout out to Ed O'Bannon, the only UCLA player I like, basketball-wise, at least pre-2000s. But anyway, that's it. And if you have kids or know someone who has kids, you need to be studying up on those laws for the California Fair Pay to Play Act. You need to be studying up on that because if you're actually talking about doing the best for your kid, you might want to consider helping them start a business and get a brand going. Don't pimp them out and proselytize them, but actually like prep them for the point where by the time they get to college, if they didn't come from generational wealth, that they're creating wealth as they're young, which is a problem for a lot of, let's be honest, non-white or Asian people, in particular blacks and Latinos. We don't really come from wealth like that, so we're usually starting over every generation, whereas Asians and whites usually can get something handed down. We don't have that luxury. And especially with all these athletes and all these sports, and predominant sports, like let's say soccer, football, baseball, basketball, if you're going to teach kids to be good athletes, you need to teach them how to get to the bag, too. And sorry, this is like a 10-minute rant. My bad.
Well, at least it was a good 10-minute rant. But, yeah, we were supposed to be out of here at 10. You promised me, and we're not. So I should be used to that. But yeah,
it was that Selena segment. I mean, Shakira segment. I blame Demi Lovato.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy week for me, really nonstop. I've just been grinding last week. I went to Lakers Media Day on Friday, which was pretty cool. Fucked up part of it was my iPhone 7 completely crapped out, kept restarting. I was literally taking pictures on a damn webcam, which was not good for clout or branding or professionalism or anything. It just looked like shit. So I had to go and cop the iPhone 11. So I'm in there, upgraded finally. It's actually been pretty cool. I'm getting used to not having a home button. In addition to that, I helped plan a speed mentoring event at CSUN, my alma mater. So I invited and pitched and maintained and coordinated a bunch of different guests from across journalism, you know, all levels, all from, you know, news directors to reporters, print people, PR people, AEs. Like, it was a good list. You know, the kids that did come out really benefited from it. And I always tell people, you know, you get what you give. And so for me, you know, just doing that sort of thing, like, that sort of event is literally like what made a difference in my life. Like, I met people for the first time outside of just the bubble of our journalism program, which challenged me to think differently than just, you know, being prepared to be a reporter, being prepared to be on air or talent or whatever the case. And to actually think about, you know, becoming a publisher, becoming, you know, a business person, in the scope of journalism. And not to mention, like, you know, I met a few good people there that, you know, I still keep in contact with in terms of peers. Like, that event really made a difference for me as an individual. I got my first internship through that event, and now coming full circle, being able to help plan it, I just really hope somebody else can take what I got from it and hopefully bring it all back. Because, like, a lot of the kids I talk to, you know, there's a couple of them kind of in the same spot as me, like, in terms of wanting to do something, but everybody telling them no, or having a certain perspective that you don't see reflected among the people that are grooming you and teaching you and mentoring you, and how that can kind of be disheartening because you know things should be a certain way, but they're not, and it's so wrapped up in groupthink and layers of tradition and patriarchy that, like, nobody really does anything. So it's people like me who have to blaze the trails and really try to change things, or at least try to make them better, and at the very, very least, make them better for people behind them. But yeah, that's enough of this ramble. I'm going to try to actually make it to the gym tonight after this, but I probably won't because it takes like 20 minutes to get anywhere in Los Angeles, to go 2 blocks. But yeah, so on that note, that's about it for me. Touchdowns and Tangents. I'm PD Camarillo at Pete Certified, signing out.
Ozio Grande, a.k.a. MC What the Fuck, a.k.a. Daddy Do Dirt, Kenneth Frank James Berry. I'm out.
Do I say? Oh, and serve. Like I said, Swerve Serve, though. SWERV_THO.
And you can find us every Thursday on the Good News app, the Good News Sports side, as well as FPC Radio, X Squad affiliates, your favorite podcast app, and wherever else random entertaining hood content lives.
Touchdownsandtangents.com. Peep it.
Make sure you share it with a friend if you really fuck with us. And if you don't, well, oh well. Good night.